What is up, YouTube? Tyler from You Bros here, bringing you a deck profile on Dark Worlds. Now, Dark Worlds is such an underrated deck, and I mean, if you know me or know how I play, Dark Worlds is solely my favorite deck. I bounce back between it probably every 3 months. If I end up scrapping the deck, I rebuild it in 2 weeks. I love it. It's the first deck I ever picked up, first one I ever, completely mastered, every combo, every possible. It's ridiculous. I played it so much, and it's such a fun deck. So I feel like, in this format, playing it is very difficult. But it does have a great matchup against Spellbooks, like a great matchup, especially because the Eradicator. It's like, even if you feel like maining the 3 Eradicators, it's broke, and then you have your sideboard just to push it in. It's the E-Dragon matchup that's tough. But, it's possible to beat. It's not an impossible matchup. It's just a hard deck to play right now. So, jumping on deck profile, you can check it out. Let me know. Shaky ass camera. I play the triple Grapha, triple Snow, triple Beige, or Brow. Play double Beige. I used to only play 1 Beige, but I play 2 now because it seems like a lot of times I gotta go rank 4. And it allows me to spam a little bit faster. Personally, I always loved Beige. Even if I had 1, I always seem to search it early because Beige and Grapha means I always have a Beige in hand, and it allows me to normal summon like my stupid tour guide plays, just to get it off more. That's it for the Dark Worlds. I play the 2 tour guides, and I play 1 Stardust Malefic. 1 Malefic Stardust. That is it for the monsters. I chose this over like playing Trance or whatever, because I like Trance, but I like my normal summons. If Trance gets... I don't know, something about Trance I've just never been too big of a fan. I don't like that if anything happens, I can't, bounce himself. And he's just, if something happens. Never liked him. Never liked him ever. And this is good, because even if you don't have a field spell, you can still special, and then chain your Eradicator off of it. That's worst case. So that's why it gets it off a little bit faster. And it's an annoying 8, so if I decide to play Trade-In eventually, because I've been playing around with it, or even Advanced Draw, it works with it too. Spells, I play 1 Card Destruction, 3 Gates, 3 Dealings, 3 Drag Downs, 3 Upstarts. I play... Oh shit, out of the way. I play 1 Day of Peace, 1 Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, Foolish, and Allure. I was forced to play this because the Dragon matchup, they just swing for damage, and it's the late game grind. That's how Dark Worlds beat them. And 1 day allows me to do it. Plus, there's plenty of Dark Worlds are just sometimes really sacky, so I'm forced to activate it just to get that 1 extra card. Because the way Dark Worlds are, it's if you can draw that 1 card, your whole hand just becomes godly, and you can just blow the hell up. This is how it is. I mean, there's been times where I just have 4 monsters and I haven't drawn a spell, and I just finally draw 1 day, and I 1 day into a card destruction, and it's well, that was fun. Should we start siding now? I play triple Mind Crush. It's too good right now. No matter what they search, you can drop it. I play 1 Smog, and I play triple Eradicator. Eradicator, as we all know, is the shit. It's the shit, the whole format. It's fantastic. Even against the Dragon matchup, it's you knock spells. The Evil Swarm, Constellar, Gadgets, whatever other shenanigan decks there are. You drop those traps. It's too good. In my opinion, I think Smog is probably one of the most underrated cards in the deck. It's late game, Sombre, Kyrkion, they don't get their stuff off because you just activate Smog and banish their target. So they just neg 2, they just banish 2 cards out of their grave, and it sucks. Reborn, same thing. Reborn and Call, heroes. If you know me, I fucking hate heroes. Not because I lose to them, or not because I just don't personally like them. I think it's a terrible deck. And every time I seem to play them, I just love beating them bad. I enjoy it way too much. It's creepy. Can't stand them. For the extra deck, I'm playing 1 Livier. Too good. Tempo and Acid. Zen mains, Giga, and Leviathan. two ones I want to point out, three, probably be these three. Temtempo is too good because it's a spell speed 2. It's a fiend. It just gets a major boost. I mean, it's at 3k after you knock out, with Gates, it's at 3k after you knock off 2 things. And against the Dragon matchup, it's good. Against the Ophion matchup, it's good. Constellars are a very underrated thing, and Pleiades is one of the most broke XYZs in the game. It's great against it. Gaios too, if they don't skill drain it. But I mean, you can chain off of it, which is good. Acid's like kind of like a last resort, but I always seem to need to go hit it at one point because it just swings over some. It's a 3003. I just hate having it on the field. It's just the only time I play is when you have an out, or if I side in those skills. And Levier. I was playing 2 Leviers before. I think I had 2 German ones. I ended up trading them, so I just have an English one left. I would probably pick up another one for it. It's too good with the plays because if you open Grapha Tour Guide, then in like Tour Guide or whatever, you can go in a Foolish. You can just get off broken stuff because you could just Foolish your Snow, go into Levier, go Gates, drop Grapha, banish Snow, Levier to Snow, Snow to Grapha. Snow's in hand, you draw one, and you have a Grapha and Levier on field. Like, there's just so many stupid plays you can get off with it. It's just a great card. Thank God for the reprint, because I do not like spending money. Play 1 Maestro, 1 Shock, 1 Gem Knight and U2 Pearl. That's right. Thanos, and then I play a Heliopolis and a Tachyon. I would be playing a Zombie Stein or a Franken, but I just haven't got my hands on one yet, so that's my thing. I want to point out these two. These two are great. The reason why I play this is the effect is shit, but it's a 2650 Fiend, and with Gates it's a 2950. I mean, it's a 2350, and with Gates it's a 2650. There's been so many times that I've had to play. I've been playing, and like the opponent's monster is 26, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I don't have a Grapha. So this surprisingly gets over stuff, and its effects is okay. I mean, the only time I've ever seen anyone ever do anything with is when the Fossil dies on the field, or flipped, so it's like, eh. Maestro, as we all know, is a busted rank 4. I mean, it saves, it flips, it spell speed 2, it's too good. I love it, and it's also a Fiend. So just onto the side deck. 2 Blackhorn of Heavens, 2 Skill Drains, 2 Dark Bribes, 3 MSTs, a Suki, 2 Rivalries, and a Wall. And I also have those 2 TKs. Those are in my plants, I think, right now, or Constellars, one of those. This card is so godly. Like, Jesus. And it's beautiful as a secret. I love it. I side against everything besides Spellbooks, because the only time they go is Gotcha, Shining Elf, and it's not consistent enough for me to be able to side it. But it's broke against Dragons, and it's broke against Evil Swarms and Constellars. It's too good. And now that Fire Fist just got Rooster, they're gonna be syncering and all that jazz. So this is gonna be good again. Like, I'll probably put this into more decks, even more decks now when that deck starts blowing up some more. Suki for the Evil Swarm. Skill Drains is good against Spellbooks. It's just all they have to rely on is Starhall and Fate. But I mean, regardless, their little boys that they need to search for is a very, very big deal. There's no late game Priestess, even if they do play it, and Kaiku is a pain in the ass in this deck. I was playing my teammate Danny the other day, and he's like, attack with Kaiku, and he picks up my graveyard. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Kaiku effect, banish your 2 graphics. I was like, son of a bitch. I didn't even think of that. That drives me nuts. I hate that card. So this worked. I was a big fan of it. 1 Wall. I was playing 3. I think I put him into something else. But I would either play 2 more or 2 TKs. Probably 2 more. I just have to side out Smogs and probably like 2 Gates. 1 to 2. Rivalry, because they are all Fiends. Except for the Malefic. But I mean, you hold on to that. It's really good against some random rogue stuff. There's always that deck. And for the back row hate, I play the 3 MSTs. Because when people see Dark Worlds, they're like, okay, Macro, Deep Fissure, Soul Drain, Shadow, every annoying card that I've always had to deal with, ever. And I played the 2 Bribes because, the same reason, And Bribe seems to be really good. I'm enjoying playing it and a lot. Like I'm maining it right now in certain decks because I'm able to set 4 and feel comfortable. Like I don't like Starlight Road. I think Starlight Road's crap, especially this format. With everyone being able to use a big eye, sure, let me bring out a 25 monster for free. If no one MSTs in the chain, which seems to happen all the time, or even like a warning. But if I even get a Starlight on the field, they're most likely just going to take it and abuse me. So I'm negging a lot. That's why I think Bribe's a lot better. But that is the Dark World deck profile. I've been playing Dark Worlds forever. It's, like I said, my first deck. It's my love. So it's like I know everything. I know like how they run. It's just this is a really tough format, and so far this build has been the best build I've been able to play with. It's just very consistent. I mean, spellbooks, you eradicate it first turn, they're just like shit. You know, they do not want that happening. And the Dragons is basically just bait them out. Wait, it's late game, blow up. That's how it is. I mean, it's not even bad opening tempo and, you know, some security. Not at all. It's surprisingly good. So, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if I'm a terrible Dark World player, because there's a lot of hates. And let me know if I'm a great Dark World player. Let me know.